Peace.
Peace, brother.
How you doing?
Everything's fantastic. How are you?
God damn, man. I'm on here googling pictures of you and you looking all sophisticated and shit, man. I ain't seen you in years. I'll forever have this image of you. Of course, wearing a Sunset Park basketball jersey, and that's just keeping it real. We probably close proximity and age wise, and
Okay.
that movie is just a cult. That's just man. That the bubble goose, the yellow bubble goose, and just that movie, man. The chant. Tell me about the chant, man. Who came up with the time to get live, time to represent? Whose idea was that? Was that in the script?
Nah. A lot of what happened was, speaking of the script, a lot of that movie, the verbiage, the script had been sitting, for a while till the movie actually got made because it's a true story. So it was written years back when that team really went to the state champs and all that. And the adapted script sat for a while. So when they got out and they started casting us, when we was reading it, I remember me and Fredro, because we was the only ones from the East Coast, and it was an East Coast story. We was laughing and the producers and the writers, what y'all laughing? It was like, man, you can't say this. Like, this slang is outdated. Niggas ain't talking like this.
Right.
So it was like, well, feel free to make it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know it's real. Then swap shit out.
Right.
So we started swapping shit out, and me being a comedian, I started embellishing on the funny stuff. And one time we was in the locker room thinking of shit, and me and Fredro kind of came up with it. He's the rapper, so then we got to come up with some shit. You know what I mean? We came up with the shit.
Right.
One time, literally, came up with that shit.
Right.
Like he was in the studio working on the Onyx track. You know what I mean?
Right. Damn, man.
And, what's crazy about that chant is when I went to, after the movie, I started going to a lot of those celebrity weekends and shit like that.
Right.
I went out to Houston with Rodney Hampton.
Right.
And I'm hanging with, that's when, around the time the Houston Rockets did the back-to-back chips.
Right.
And so I'm hanging with all them niggas, Mario Ellie and all them. And it was like, and Kenny Smith and them, and then Sam Cassell was like, yo, what's crazy? He was like, yo, that was our shit. That was our game hyper coming in the locker room right before the games and the finals.
Sunset Park, what time is it?
That's the dope-ass story. I was like, yo, you kidding me? He was like, nah, I called over a couple of the players. We out in the parking lot doing a little tailgate shit, and they started singing that shit. I was like, yo, wow.
Wow, man. That movie is just super dope. Until you sat here and said that, the other cast members, like, I guess you talking about Spaceman and those guys, they all from the West Coast, huh?
Well, they're like different places. I think Spaceman probably like somewhere Midwest, but Busy B South Central. You know what I mean?
Right.
You had a couple of the extra cats was a little from New York that kind of became an extra, was moving out to LA to act anyway.
Right.
But for all the main cats, you got us, and then everybody else is either Midwest or West.
Right.
It was just me and Fredro. Because they were casting on both coasts, and you had to do like a 3-part audition. You had to audition regular, you had to audition in the basketball court. You know what I mean? You had what they call a directable, like a second audition to change things up. Like it's like a test for the director and you to see if you even directable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you may kill the initial audition, but the director want to know, like, nigga, if I say I change it and I need you to cry now, can you cry? You know what I mean? So it was a directable and the other 2 auditions, and you had to go to a real gym in the city, and we had to ball with some ballers. You know what I mean? They brought us some real ballers, some ringers and all that, and we had to get out there with them and see what we can, what we can do.
All right, so a lot of them scenes in the movie, you was like one of the go-to guys. You was like a big part of the offense and shit. So I imagine you could hoop in real life, right?
Right. I hoop my whole life. I'm still hooping.
All right, because it looked
still going downtown. Kids in the league.
Okay, yeah, because they gave you a lot of action shots, like alley. I think you might have dunked or something. Like you got a good. You got a good part of that, the action shots in that film. Damn, man. Do you find yourself often answering questions about Sunset Park wherever you go?
Oh, always, always. That's a cult classic. So whenever you talk, whenever you got a theme movie anyway, it's always gonna come up. So every year people say, "Yo, what's the top 10 basketball movies or sports movies?" Where it's always gonna come up in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Above the Rim, motherfucking Sunset Park, Hoosiers. You got the motherfucking usual suspects, and Sunset Park is one of the usual suspects. So you're always gonna find yourself, answering questions and stuff like that. Like you said, a lot of action shots in it, but that was Butter. Butter on that team was their scorer. Butter was their top scorer.
Right.
Sort of like Kareem in the Lakers. Butter was that dude.
Right.
But in the same token, Butter was about them chicks, about them bitches.
I think you even wore number 33, right?
Yeah, number 33.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And he was like, because he's the big man in the middle, whatever. And, but as you can see, Butter's focus, could easily be, I'm going to get with this chick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't really care about the win. Like, the team was like a motley crew that had to come together.
Y'all made that.
Pull off the impossible.
Y'all made it so believable, man. Y'all made it so believable. It was like, that shit was so... And to top it off, it came with an incredible soundtrack, which you don't see a lot of.
The soundtrack was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. That's how I met Tupac.
Oh, from the Sunset Park soundtrack?
Yeah, well, I met him for the second time. First time I met him in a comedy spot in Queens we used to do called Manhattan Proper. But it was real quick, you know what I mean? Like real matter-of-factly. But when Sunset Park, our premiere night, now check this out. What a lot of people don't know is it was a big production. Like Sunset Park was a big production. Sony Pictures, Jersey Films. Jersey Films is Danny Divito's company. So his wife was the co-star with, the coach.
Right.
So when it came time to do the premiere, check the timing. The timing of our premiere is right around the time of, Pulp Fiction was nominated for like 8 or 9 awards, Academy Awards. And that's Danny's company too.
Right.
So while they got this one movie, Pulp Fiction, over here with all those nominations, we wrapping up and ready to drop this other movie over here. So we went to Danny's house, we met all of John Travolta, all of them, Bruce Springsteen, all that shit. So when it's time for the actual premiere, he linked up with Magic Johnson.
Wow.
They shut down the mall in Cali, and they played the premiere in Magic Johnson theaters in the mall, but they blocked off the whole mall. Only people in the mall was the people that came for the premiere. They had a basketball court built in the middle of the mall, and cats came out, did the lead line, did the whole drill, whatever, made a whole big hoopla about it.
Right.
And that was the premiere of the joint.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
How old were you when all of this was going on?
This is gotta be about 24. Probably about 24, 25, because this is 94 going on 95. I think I was starting comedy in 92.
Right.
Yeah, so I only been in comedy again after 2 years when I landed that role. You know what I mean? Bob Sumner, the same dude who was executive producer at Def Comedy Jam, called me up and was like, "Yo, there's this part out here right now. They're looking for a funny comedian that can play ball." And
Wow.
gave me the numbers to go down there.
Right.
I went down there, I ended up getting 3 auditions, and then the other 3 auditions, and nailing the part, and she was crazy. The rest was history.
I got like 2 more questions about Sunset Park because I'm just like blown away by that movie. That's my shit. Rhea Perlman, what it was like working with her. It was scenes in that movie when she really like touched people. I think she almost made me cry in the movie theater. I seen that shit in the movies. But yeah, what was it like working with her?
Man, working with her was, just them as a couple was amazing. Like, she's a constant professional, but they was real people, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't nothing fake about the shit. It wasn't like, let's work with these black niggas, get this job done, and then we go ride home and they go wherever. It was, like I said, again, I repeat, it was a big production, so it was like the first time under this big production with, other than us, everybody around you pretty much was white, or of a different, ascent. So, they treated it so professional. Like, she was dumb good at that job. We already know that from watching her on Cheers. You know what I mean? She does what she does.
Right.
But on there, she was just like, everybody was real personable. I mean, like I said, we done been to the crib a few times. It was nothing for us to go to the crib and then to lay it spread out and play with the kids and be by the pool and all that stuff. And, Danny DeVito, every morning you went to your trailer, you had a different gift in there. You know what I mean? Go to your trailer 8 in the morning, get a big ass boom box. Come back the next day, you get some coats, some Jordans, whatever. Like every day there was something in there. You know what I mean? And we was going back and forth to the east and west. Like we would come to New York. Like that's the thing about movie magic. When you look at the movie looks straight up on New York. But majority of the filming inside those gyms was in Long Beach, California.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask you about
and
that.
And the only thing we taped in New York was what we call exteriors.
Okay, so what school was that when homeboy pulled out the hammer on Bumblebee?
I forgot the name of that school, but it was in Queens. So the schools were in Queens. I want to say Franklin or something like Jackson, or it might be Jackson. But it was Queens High School. So we would stand out there and do the exteriors there. Like we'll be in the street when you see us running, catching the bus,
right,
going in the garden and all that stuff right there. So all that was New York for the exteriors. And then the interior, all the games and the locker rooms and movies there, everything there was in Long Beach. You know what I mean? We lived in L.A. We drove 20, 25 minutes to the set every day in Long Beach and knocked that shit out.
Right. The guys who were playing against y'all, did they have any expertise? Did they have any background in basketball and shit like that?
Oh hell yeah, those niggas was ringers. It was dumb nice. Like you had to, in real life, they would whoop the ass. You know what I mean? It was good like that. Like they just was sticking to the script.
Right.
But in real life, dude, like you got dudes in there that whoop your ass and we give it to you raw. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though we had my man Tony, we call him Chicago, on the team from Blue Chips. The dark skinned bald head dude.
Right.
That's my man from Blue Chips. We had a couple of ringers. Don't get me wrong, but we always went up against teams that was just stacked with real ringers. You know what I mean? And that shit was like it was great to see because I knew a lot of these cats. A lot of these cats was D1 or Pro Am League. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like these dudes was like a couple of them dudes was like just did one season in the NBA. So we had some ringers out there.
I figured that because those scenes was intense, man. Like shit's to this day when I watch that shit, and I know it, and you got the soundtrack booming all out the speakers while y'all playing this shit. So yeah, it's just a really, really intense. Oh my goodness, man! I can't say enough about that film, man. I really can't.
It was a dope film, man. You got a guy Tory in the bleachers heckling and shit was hot.
Right. Prior to that, I see that you had was your debut in Heavy D's music video? Was that your actual acting debut?
Acting debut, was it? That's a good question. But that wasn't really acting. We don't really consider that acting. I think Sunset Park I would consider on the screen. Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
I did some play work before that. But on screen, I would say Sunset Park. Like, with the Heavy D video, it's funny because I just told this story on my IG Live show I do. How I had P-Rock on there. We was chopping it up. And P-Rock is Heavy D's cousin.
Okay.
And we was just talking about how good of a dude Heavy D was. And I tell a story like, it was like a Saturday or a Sunday, and I'm in my crib, not doing nothing major, but I was doing something. And the phone rang. And it was, me and Heavy D, we went to high school together, all of us. And it was it was a dude that I went to high school named JoJo Jeanette, who was in Heavy's camp. He was like, yo, T, what you doing? I had one talk to him. I was like, I didn't come on. He was like, yo, what up, son? What's good? Blah, blah, blah. We was talking. He was like, yo, what you doing, man? I was like, nothing. He was like, yo, come to the city, man. I'm shooting my video. And I'm like, word? He was like, yeah, I got your boy down here, man, Chris Duckett. I was like, oh, that's my dude. He said, I know. Come down here, man. Jump in the video with him. And I'm like, okay. So I'm I'm asking questions like, okay, well, what we gonna be doing? What's the things, man? Let's just jump, get your ass down here because they setting up now. As soon as we get to shoot, I'll have something models in the world, and then he was like, y'all taking it like, I'm stealing y'all bitches, like these supposed to be y'all chicks, these supermodels, what I mean? Y'all trying to bag bitches, put them to work.
Right.
He was like, all right, so man, I'm just sat in the corner, not even an hour, man, maybe 20, 30 minutes, and we coming up here thinking of funny names, like you gonna be Bankroll, I'm gonna be Skeeter, Bankroll, but Skeeter, you know what I mean? And, coming up with shit, and then gonna do this and do that, and all that shit was top there.
Right.
And it was funny and making people laugh. So I was shocked, because I know how shit can hit the floor, the head of the floor. So I was shocked that, they was clipping away and giving us a lot of pick in that. But if you look at that full video, they kept clicking to us, getting that funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I knew they would have hit us once or twice, but I didn't know they were going to ride and thread it through. Hold on one second.
Heavy D.
Yeah, so we just did that, and they were clipping away to us. So I was shocked at the final result. You know what I mean? Then I went on and did a couple other videos. I did a Milk Bones video, this rapper out of Naughty by Nature's Camp.
Right.
I did Moke and Steph, He's Mine video, the remix, I think with Grand Poopa.
Yeah.
And then, again, Sunset Park thing. After that, I followed, literally went right onto a second movie from Sunset Park called The Brothers Kiss with Rosie Perez, John Leguizamo, Nick Shinlin,
right.
Marissa Tomei, there's a bunch of heavy hitters in there. So that kind of upped my resume pretty good, you know what I mean? So I would go on to do about 6, 7 more movies.
Right. Was that a talent? Was that a challenge? Did you feel that you had to, I don't know, was it a challenge going from appearing in urban?
Acting is way easy. Comedy's hard.
Oh, okay.
Once you do, if you are good at comedy though, acting is like giving candy, taking candy from a baby. It's like, because I always say this, and the reason why I didn't do too over, like a lot of acting, is because it's almost tedious and easy. There's almost no thrill. For a guy like me, like I'm a natural comedian, right? So two things to do something like that comes off so easy, there's no challenge there.
Right.
For one. For two, you're already doing somebody else's work. It's already on paper. Like there is no element of surprise. There is no, like stand-up is that shit. Like stand-up is that adrenaline shit. You feel like the only thing I can think that is probably close to is the adrenaline of a fucking boxer when he get in the ring. He don't know if this is going to be the day he hit the canvas or not. You know what I mean? He hoping he win this shit. He hoping he could stand in there toe-to-toe with fucking Tyson or Hagler, but he just don't know.
Is that like is it like that every time out?
Every time. You just don't know. None of them shit you can take for granted, because that'll be the night you go down.
Right.
And now you're in the car riding home, with your friends or your spouse, trying to figure this shit out. You can't sleep, you can't eat, and you just replaying everything from the night. Like, man, maybe I should have, I know I should have wore corduroy. Damn,
Right.
if I got there 5 minutes early, or, I should have told the crowd to quiet down, or, man, they shouldn't serve liquor, man, they should have cut the light on. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of that shit is going to fuck with you until the very next time you do well.
Okay.
But with a script, it's already in the can. Like, the beginning, middle, and end. There is no surprise.
Right. Okay, I get it now. All right. I get it now. It's a technique to it, but yeah, I got it. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and to some people that may not matter, but to me, it's everything.
Yeah. Boom. What do you, this is what I wanted to spring on you. I was actually watching, I don't know exactly what comedy club it was or what performance it was, but I remember the first night that you said, it's comedy. The first time you said that shit. And then I went to jail, right? And I came home and you was still saying it. I'm like, oh, he made that his slogan. So give me some.
I didn't make it my slogan.
So what happened? I mean, it seemed to be like, you know how Adele Gibbons, she would always say, I'm a hell of a lady or some shit like that. She would always say that in her performance.
I'm such a fucking lady.
I'm such a fucking lady, right? And you would hit us with it's comedy.
Right. The people do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what it's like? You know how people always use the expression, let's throw some shit against the wall, see what sticks?
Right.
Type of thing. So the audience, whether they're at home in the living room watching on TV or that day in the theater when it's going down, the audience gravitates towards something.
Right.
And they remember and identify with people because of something that stuck with them.
Right.
Like I didn't write that shit to say, oh, this is going to be a thing, whatever. Because you can't. That's the thing that goes back to what I just said about not knowing the end result. Like you don't know. Like this shit does its own thing. So that stuck with people. You know what I mean? And the funny thing about it, how it came about, it was never a written thing. It was never a planned thing.
Right.
My very first TV credit, I go to do Showtime at the Apollo. Let me paint the picture for you. First of all, Apollo, you know how rough that shit is. They booing everybody, right?
Yeah.
They booing motherfuckers. Now, we getting paid to be there. We're not part of the amateur night.
Right.
We're the guests. And they still booing niggas, right? So, the dude, a friend of mine is a comedian out of Texas named Derek Ellis. I think he's out of Dallas. Derek Ellis, here's the schedule. I'm looking at the shit on the wall backstage. Comedian Derek Ellis, guest comedian goes up. After him, live performance by MC Light. MC Light had Roughneck out. Remember Roughneck?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, I'm looking at the schedule. You're already shitting your pants because it's the Apollo the whole time. I don't give a fuck. So I'm looking at it and I'm trying to talk myself into feeling better. And I'm like, well, kid, at least they're going to feel good. You going up after they feel good after hearing Roughneck. Like, going to light this shit up. They're going to be in a happy mood. I got a shit. I can get them.
Right.
I keep telling myself. Now, I'm sitting back there. They bring Derek Ellis out. Give it up, comedian Derek Ellis from Texas. But first 2-3 words he say, they boo the shit out of him. Good old-fashioned New York City, up your ass, 125th Street. Boo, nigga. Right? So they call him back home. Somebody goes out there like to talk to the crowd. Hey. He's not an amateur. This is our guest comedian. Don't do that, blah, blah. He's out here performing, boom. So we're going to bring him back out. They re-intro this nigga. Bring him back out. The first shit he said was such a stupid shit. It's like, Harlem is real black conscience. So you can't come out there with no black bullshit. And he said some shit to the effect of black girls got big butts. Like that was the start. Man, they booed this motherfucker with a bigger tsunami. It was a bigger tsunami, right? Boom, they booed him off. I'm back there fucking shitting my pants. I'm like, now they fucking at the highest level of hostility. But I keep talking to myself, bro, relax. They're gonna bring MC Light out. She's gonna make them happy again.
Right.
I'm standing behind the nigga with the headset when I hear the fucking walkie-talkie go off. All right, let's bring down MC Light and then for people upstairs. She's gonna need more time. MC Light's not ready. Throw out the talent, nigga. I'm like, yo. Right after the tsunami, nigga hands me the cord. The dude just turns around. He's like, what was telling? I'm like, slowly put my hand up, like the nigga in trouble in the classroom. I'm like, there you go, boom, give me the cordless. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? The intro throw me out there. Now, 2 things come from this because of this fear. I go out there with this shaky ass voice, right? Mm-hmm. Which becomes a character after that, but it's really a shaky ass voice at the time. I'm next fucking scared. And my opening line, because they just booed this nigga, I gotta say something to kind of give me a head start, if you will, like a delay, because I know that it's on the tip of their mouth. I want to boo again. So I'm like, I go out there and go, hey, I got this shaky voice. I'm like, how y'all doing? I'm like, yo, I said, don't take it personal. It's just comedy. I get this little giggle, not a real big laugh, but a giggle enough to give me that second delay that I was hoping for. Right. So when I got that delay, I went into my jokes, boom, 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 quick quick little 5 minutes. By the time when I said goodnight, stood them up.
No doubt.
I stood the building up. So when I looked, I'm putting the mic back in the stand, and you can see it on the fucking footage. It's the funniest thing in the world. I'm looking at the stand and put the mic in it, and then I look up and do a double take, like, oh my God, like people are standing up and clapping and screaming. And I go back, and as my body's still fucked up and my anxiety, I go sit on the back stoop for about 2-3 hours there. And Joe and his people were back singing R&B singer. Joe is back there like practicing steps with his dancers and shit. And he was like, "Oh, we do that, you know." Oh yeah, whatever, thank you. And I couldn't fucking move for about 2.5-3 hours. But that was my very first television taping, and that's the first time I said, "Don't take it personal. It's just comedy." And that was the first time, using the kind of cadence and the voice and all that. And then that shit just stuck with people. And people would see you and not know you. I was one of those comedians that took a long time for people to know my name.
Right.
They'd be like, "Oh, you the dude." They'd point to you. They'll tell you a joke.
It's comedy.
They'll do everything they know you do.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Yeah, I'm talented." "Yeah, talent. It's just comedy." You know what I mean? So it's something, we don't make it up. It's just like Adele. That joke hit so fucking hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? The whale tic-tac, when she came back with the call phrase, "I'm such a fucking lady," she just kept it. People
Right.
know me from this. They when you say that, they know exactly who it is, and you keep that, and you go on. It's like, was motherfucker, somebody said this, "I ain't lying," like Bernie Mac, when he said, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers."
Right.
People remember that.
Right.
And took that away.
Right.
And that was a very similar story. The reason Bernie came with that wasn't even planned. The guy before Bernie got booed. So nobody had ever thought anybody was going to get booed on Def Jam. So at the taping, the guy before him got booed. When they brought Bernie out, that's what Bernie said, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers."
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
We had coordinated a little music with Kid Capri, and the shit worked.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. People gravitate and grab it, and they make it what they want. They own it.
Yeah, that definitely. It's funny that you said that. I didn't know your name for a minute. Your name was, what your name was to me. Your name was Butter. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was your name, man. Like whenever I see you on, doing comedy, and I seen you doing stand up somewhere. I don't know, maybe it was Comic View or I don't know. But I seen your name on the screen, and I'm like, okay, talent. And I was actually impressed that you went on to do other things after. When you see a movie that's a cult classic movie like that, like Sunset Park, sometimes the actors don't make it after that. You know what I mean? You just remember this particular actor from this particular movie, and that's it. But a lot of y'all from that movie went on to do great things in cinema. That was great. Word.
Thanks, you appreciate it.
Do you have a most hostile city story in regards to performing?
I'm from it. I'm from it. If you ask around the comedy world, it is New York.
Oh yeah.
New York is one of those cities you got to bring it. But to me, it's like when you see how tough the tri-state is over here. We've had these rooms. I think that it's not a city per se, but it was, when I was coming up in comedy, it was certain rooms. Like if in LA, everybody knew the fucking townhouse and Maverick Flats. Like, you gotta be good to be there. Them motherfuckers is rowdy in the townhouse.
Right.
And New York and New Jersey, it was the Peppermint Lounge and Manhattan Proper. You know what I mean? Like, in Chicago, it was this shit, the Click. So everybody had their own shit. But on just a general basis, top 5 toughest cities, and what we learned over the years, tough is only motherfucker more honest of a crowd. Like, they're not gonna sit through the bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get up there, bring it, relate, or not. We're not gonna sit here through 2 hours of bullshit. You know what I mean? I could be drinking some tequila, putting some money in a jukebox, type of shit. So you're talking about Detroit. The Detroit, Chicago, New York, of course. DC, Boston. Those are the usual
Right.
Philly ain't gonna sit through no bullshit either. Yeah, Philly ain't gonna. That's gonna happen.
Damn.
Yeah, nigga, all those cities I just mentioned are the difference in them and other cities is, again, they're very super honest with what they believe to be good and not good. And those are blue collar cities, and in blue collar cities, people pay their money. They expect something, a bang for their buck, and they'll come up to you. Those cities got balls. They'll come up to you at the end and tell you, "Hey, man, I really feel like you owe me $40, man. You know, I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what you're going through at home, but that was my last 40."
Right. Let me
And stare at your ass until you compromise. How about I give you 20 back? All right, we cool. We could do that. I respect that.
Right. Hey, what was it like making it to an actual network television series, Third Watch?
Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. You know what makes those dope is because those be the, like, and I think it is me, like, I don't really auditions, and that's probably why I came back home after about 5 years in LA and doing a couple of projects and stuff. You know, I wanted to tighten up my fucking comedy and get out of there, because you can't tighten it up out there, not really. You know, it's again, you see, I didn't name them in the rough cities. They're very soft and very sit through anything. You know, I hate those kind of crowds.
Right.
Like, to me, it does. First of all, as a person, why would you do that to yourself? Second of all, it does nothing for the guy like me who's trying to get better.
Right.
You know, the guy who's trying to be the best he can be. I can't do it with a bullshit crowd.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why, like, a lot of people who get bigger names, when they come to comedy clubs or smaller venues and to perform, they beg you. If you're the host, they beg you not to do a stupid ass intro. They don't want the intro to be bigger than what the performance is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, don't go up there and rail off 20 credits for me, and I suck. I'm gonna look worse. I'm gonna already look worse than sucking.
Right.
This guy has done this, and you've seen this, and you've seen him on that, and then you get up there and he's fucking butt.
Terrible. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that's a real thing. So for me, auditions, you know, they don't thrill me. You know, I'll do my best work. So in other words, I say that to say that it was surprising. Like, I do my best work. Like, if you called me today and say, T, I got a movie, I want you to play Mike. He's blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you tell me the character. And I read the script and it's funny or it's good, and I want to play it, I'm going to tear that shit up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if I go on an audition, it's like potluck. So I'm not expecting to get it, not expecting to get it, or not get it, or whatever. So it's when you walk out there, oh, they called me, oh, I got it, cool. But that's the only feeling you got. You know, it's a whole nother adrenaline. Again, it's a rush when you call and say, yo, I got this character for you. That's a challenge. Because somebody somewhere was thinking of you for a role. They had a role, and they thought you would be that guy. Man, the challenge is, can you be that guy?
Right.
Because he's expecting it. If you go on audition, it's not the same expectation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just picking a guy, a random guy, to play for that amount. That's almost like anybody could have did it.
Right. That comedy club, Manhattan Proper. Seemed like I heard that name before. I think that's the comedy club that Tupac met Haitian Jack at.
It is.
That's where
I met Tupac the first time. It's actually not a comedy club. It's a bar, right? Like a bar restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a lounge type of thing. And I mean, the food it's not even there no more, but the food was fucked up. Anyway, so it was the spot. It became the spot, right? It sits on a corner, and it's decent size inside, whatever. But they got a bar in there, and it became the hangout of all the ballers.
Right.
So all the dudes, the big time drug dealers, Supreme and Haitian Jack and all them, they frequented. So if you was to ride like a hot summer night, and you came out and rode by Manhattan proper, you would see all the best cars and motorcycles out there and all the dudes chopping it up, blah, blah, blah. So the chicks would gravitate to, you know, it's going to be some bad bitches in there.
Right.
So it became that spot. So on Tuesday night, became comedy night.
Okay.
And this was the early stage. This is new. This is when Def Jam first came out. You know, comedy's new in the spots. And, you know, the only spots are popping up now with comedy. So you can see these comics you see on Def Jam and Apollo and all that. And because you're throwing this in the hood with all of these big wigs, so these niggas were celebrities in their own right.
Right.
These niggas was hood celebrities, you know what I mean? These niggas was ghetto superstars in their own right. So here come the comedians, supposed to be the stars. This is going to be a rough crowd.
Right. So
you in there with a bunch of dudes that think they bigger than you. All right, they got you trying to get $50 a night, nigga. I got 50 grand in my pocket. Fuck out of here.
So you said those names gradually, like it was common to see those guys. You like
what?
You said Supreme and Haitian, like it was normal to see Supreme and Haitian Jack and guys like in Manhattan proper. In Manhattan proper, just in. Pardon me.
I said it was their spot before it was our spot, meaning comedians.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like I said, yeah, it was their spot. It was the hangout, and then like local promoters came in there and said, "Hey, man, you know, I'm doing comedy in a different room. How about y'all do it on Tuesday?"
Right.
And then it became a comedy room on Tuesday.
Got you.
But you want to impress a bitch, you're gonna go on Tuesday because you know the chicks are gonna come out to see the show. You know, you got your fly motorcycle car outside, you got your jewels on, you buy a drink, buy this table rounds of drink. You know what I mean? Like money was nothing for them. They was getting it.
Got it.
When you getting it, you know, the speed, I always say, the speed of your money, the way it comes in, the way it goes out.
Okay. Yeah.
The man that working a mill for 50 hours a week, he can't get that nigga to spend outside his budget. He got it all worked out already.
Right.
He know how that check break down. But the nigga who's slinging on the corner who got 10 grand a week, oh, he's splurging that.
No doubt.
He popping bottles. He's buying unnecessary shit. You know what I mean? But that's, you know, that's the hood life. And these guys were, again, neighborhood celebs in their own right. You know, funny thing I remember, it looked like Supreme was having, you know, I didn't know he was Supreme at the time. He's just a guy I seen in there all the time and spoke, you know, he was real polite with me and everything. So one night they're in there during the show and I'm hosting or whatever, and it looked like they kind of having a little drug meeting or whatever. So I got the snapping on, I guess, some low-level niggas or whatever. And, you know, the dude threw a little piece of paper on the stage and I went over to the nigga with the mic, about to bust him in the face with the mic and all that. And people broke it up, played some music, pushed me outside for a little bit to calm down. Right. He come in the back, apologize. What you drinking, whatever? And I'm like, man, I'm too pissed to fucking what I'm drinking. Nigga, you just disrupt the show. Nigga, I'm fucked up. You know, so they break it up and everything. And again, I don't know Supreme and his people, but he come over like, man, you ain't got to worry about that. Ain't nothing going to happen to you in here, man. Smile out, you good, man. Do your thing, man. You funny nigga, whatever. And fast forward a year or two, when he was looking for him, he was on the run. He was America's Most Wanted. I'm in a hotel room doing a gig, I think, in Chicago. And I remember getting out of the shower, towel on, getting dressed, and the shit just happened to be on the fucking hotel TV. I don't watch that shit. And the picture's up. And I'm looking at the picture like, that's the nigga from the proper. That's the nigga saying, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You funny nigga, I got bum bum. I'm like, this nigga, they talking all that shit on American law. Killed, third, and murdered, triple murder. Yeah. We're looking for him. I'm like, yo.
So you got into it with him and thought he was a regular person?
No, I didn't get into it with him.
Oh, somebody that was with him.
I got into it with a low-level crony.
Okay.
He was the one that said to me, because he cursed the dude out.
Okay.
He got mad that the dude took whatever the joke was personal and tried to base. You know what I mean? Because he's very low-key in there. Right. So he got mad, spaz on him, sent him out. And then at the end, you know, the whole shit's over, music playing. I'm at the bar. And he just, you know, came through just on some matter-of-factly shit like, man, you got to worry about that shit, nigga. Like, I got you funny nigga, man. Just chill out, man. You keep doing your thing, whatever.
Right.
I got you. That nigga, fuck that, whatever. And I just thought nothing of it because people always say stuff like that to you.
Right.
You know? And that shit came on the screen, nigga. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, Haitian Jack already knew because of the work I did with the Fugees and Wyclef.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was down with Clef. So when we was working on the Carnival album, you know, which I did all the skits on, you know, we was around him all the time at the house. So, and I had known from the proper, both things or whatever. So that, matter of fact, the night he brought Tupac to the proper, that night I met him, he came in the back before I started the show and was like, yo, T, I got Tupac at the bar. This is when he shot the cops in the ass in Atlanta. He was like, yo, you know, he's in here, boom, boom, do me a favor, man. I know you crazy, nigga. Just don't say nothing about the shot the nigga in the ass thing, whatever.
Right.
I wasn't even thinking about the shit. I wasn't even up on the news. It had just happened,
right.
But I wasn't even up on the news yet. You know what I mean? Like now with all the social media, so I hadn't heard it yet. But he had just came back there just to make sure, yo, man, you know, I don't want to piss the nigga off, man. Just don't mention that shit, man, because that shit is, you know, sad. Just watching us all. I was like, all right. In my mind, I'm like, you shot a nigga in the ass? I don't even know about it. So now I want to go up there and ask the question. Yo, Pac, who you shooting at? You know what I mean? But I mean, I didn't do it. But it was funny. It was crazy to me.
When we was discussing Sunset Park, I picked up that you said the real school. So Sunset Park, that was based on a true story?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That was a true story that sat on the shelf. Sunset Park, you know, that's a real story of a high school in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? That it was deeper. They softened it up. From what I understand, back then, Shorty's character was actually fucking the teacher, the coach.
Oh my goodness, okay.
There was rumors of that shit, like, so there's a lot to it, you know what I mean? But, you know, of course, you gotta edit it down to PG-13 and all that shit back then, you know what I mean? That couldn't come out and they didn't want the rating R.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, studios cringe sometimes. You know, if they're trying to maximize the money, they want that PG-13 rating.
Got you. Yeah, I never thought about it that way. Then you can market it to everybody, basically.
Yeah. More people can see it. Once you put that rated R on it, you clicking away from the audience. And this is a high school basketball movie. You want high school niggas to go see it. You know what I mean?
Did you have a particular comedian that influenced you to do comedy?
Not just one. Of course, I love Richard Pryor. I think that his shit was. Him and Red Fox was tough. It was like super tough motherfuckers with this. But I watched them all, you know, and to this day, it's the same technique that I do, you know, who I like in comedy and when I'm around other comics or whatever. If I see, I'm like, perfect example, what's my man name? Thanos?
You said Thanos? Yeah.
From the one that ended the world in the Avengers?
Oh, yeah, Thanos.
So I'm like him with how I'm analyzing and seeing people. So like, if I see people with powers or skills that I don't have,
right.
I capture that.
Right.
And then I'm going to have that. See how he put all the rings together? He went around to collect all these rings and power shit and these emeralds, you know, because he didn't have them.
Yeah.
And to be the baddest, biggest, and baddest, he had to go get them all collectively and put them all together. That's me with techniques and skills and timing and different attributes of comedy. So I watched a lot of people. Only difference in me is I was so young. I thought that it was a hobby. I didn't know people was making a living off of it.
Right. I will say this: when I would see you on, other films and shit like that, when you started to go almost pop, so to speak, I'm like, look at him, man. He's really making it and shit. It was good to see that you wanted to keep on going and keep on doing other films and other projects and shit, man. From butter, my nigga. Butter.
Right.
My nigga. Straight up, man. And I appreciate you taking the time out to come upon my platform, man. I think this is you might be the second comedian I interviewed Kevin Hart a few years ago, but this one is more. I'm more passionate about this one. I have more ties to more emotional ties to this interview. A few years ago, you was doing some type of comedy tour, and you was booked in Erie, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from, and you came.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. When you came, I was gonna come. I was happy as fuck. I'm like, damn, he coming down. I'm gonna run down there and interview him. And I ended up getting busy, and I missed the show and shit, man. But I keep track of everybody that was on that film. Everybody that was on that film, man, that's like a Wu-Tang CD, bro. Look, I got the Wu-Tang CD in one pocket. I got the Sunset Park CD in the other. Like that, I'm bound to that movie, my nigga. Straight up.
No, I feel you. It's definitely, you know what I mean, cult classic. Like I said, man, it ain't going nowhere. And the other generations come behind and check it out and learn shit from it. It's like, whoa, shit. Like, wow, okay. Like cats left there, and everybody got busy, man. They just got work, and work begets work. So, you know, I just spoke to Fred the other day. I'm like, I do this nightly show. Well, I'm like, dude, I need you on this show, man. Give me this interview on this show because everybody's been on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's, you know, everything is good. Love is love.
You gave me more than enough, man. I appreciate you. Do you have a streaming site or a centralized location where my listeners can keep up on what you're doing and shit like that? Aside from Instagram, or
I'm heavy on my social, man. Social media, I stay rocking. My show on Facebook, it's just comedy, the show. You know, so that's the page as well. So, you know, they can find me on Facebook, King Talent Harris. You can find me on the gram at Talent the Comedian with a DA, Talent the Comedian, one word. And I'm on Twitter, man, at It's Just Comedy, my slogan.
Say it again. You on Twitter at what?
It's Just Comedy.
Okay, It's Just Comedy. Got it.
It's Just Comedy on Twitter.
Got it, man. Yeah, you of the hip hop comedian fabric. You belong to us. Don't go nowhere. Yeah, man. You one of ours, culturally. And I appreciate you for taking time out to come up on Gully TV, man. In due time, we probably encounter each other in the flesh, and I got to get a picture with you because you one of my you were part of my childhood. Word up.
Absolutely, brother. I got you covered, and I'm gonna text you, you know, a picture or two, a couple of pictures, so you can use.
Yeah, for this, I was gonna tell you that. Yep, I appreciate you, Talent. I'll give you a call shortly. All right, my man.